Hi everyone. If an exercise bike is loud, wobbly, or annoying to adjust, it can turn a simple home workout into something you avoid after a week. That was the main thing I wanted to find out with this bike. Is it actually easy to live with every day? Or does it just look good in pictures? Today I'm reviewing the MERACH Friction S25 indoor bike, and I'm going to share what it's like to assemble, move around, ride, adjust, and use with the app for at-home workouts. The first thing I noticed when setting it up was that the bike feels like it's designed for normal home use, not just for a dedicated gym room. I've used it in a living room and also in a tighter bedroom space, and it doesn't feel like something that completely takes over the area. It has enough presence to feel sturdy, but it is still light enough that I can move it when I need to clean, store it off to the side, or pull it out for a quick session. Assembly was pretty straightforward. The instructions were clear, the tools were included, and I didn't feel like I needed any special equipment to get it together. If you're very fast and already comfortable assembling things, you might get it done quickly. But realistically, with unpacking everything, reading the instructions, checking the parts, and tightening it all properly, I'd set aside somewhere around 30 minutes to under an hour. It's not complicated, but I would not rush it, because getting the bike assembled correctly really matters for stability. One small detail I appreciated during setup was that the included wire tool made part of the installation much easier. It's one of those little things that may not seem important at first, but when you're actually putting the bike together, you realize it saves a lot of frustration. Once assembled, the bike feels stable. That was a big point for me because I don't like indoor bikes that shift or wobble when you start pedaling harder. This one stays planted well when it's put together correctly. Even when I push the pace or ride out of the saddle briefly, it gives me a lot more confidence than a cheaper, less stable bike. It doesn't feel like it's going to rock around the room. The quietness is probably one of its best everyday features. If you live in an apartment, share a house, or want to work out while someone else is watching TV or sleeping, this matters a lot. I can ride while watching something in the living room without the bike becoming the center of attention. Late-night workouts are also realistic because it runs smoothly and doesn't create a loud, distracting noise. The ride itself is smooth, and the resistance is easy to adjust. I like that I can keep it light for a quick warm-up or turn it up when I want a tougher session. I'm not someone who wants every workout to feel like an intense cycling class. So having simple resistance control makes the bike easy to use casually. But when I do want to push harder, the resistance gives enough challenge to make the ride feel worthwhile. Adjustability is another strong point. The seat can move up and down, and also forward and back, which makes it easier to find a riding position that works. The handlebars can also move up and down. That makes it more flexible if more than one person is using it. In my case, it was easy to adjust between different riders, and that makes the bike more practical for a shared home setup. Now let's talk about the seat, because this is where people can have different experiences. For shorter rides, around 30 minutes or so, I find it usable and fairly comfortable compared with some other indoor bike seats I've tried. It doesn't feel terrible right away, and for quick cardio sessions, it gets the job done. But for longer rides, I can understand wanting extra support. A simple seat cover can make a big difference if you plan on staying on the bike for extended workouts. I would not call the seat a deal breaker, but it is one of the areas where comfort depends on your body and how long you ride. There can also be a little bit of movement in the seat area. In my experience, it's not something I notice much while exercising, but if you are checking the bike by hand or paying close attention, you may feel a slight wobble. It hasn't stopped me from using the bike, and the overall frame still feels stable, but it's worth mentioning. The digital display works well for basic workout feedback. The interface is not my favorite part of the bike though. It feels a little strange at first, and it may take some time to get used to how everything works. It is functional, but not the most intuitive thing about the bike. If you like very simple, polished screens, this might take a bit of patience. The app support is a nice bonus. I was able to connect the bike and use the app for workout tracking and guidance. I like being able to see stats on my phone, and I also like that there are training options and scenic-style rides that can help make indoor cycling feel less repetitive. For motivation, having something visual or guided makes it easier to stay on the bike longer than if I'm just staring at a wall. The app can also track useful workout information, including power, and it can take personal details like weight and height into account for energy tracking. I like that because it makes the workout data feel more personalized. It can also connect with a health app and smartwatch setup, which is convenient if you already track your fitness that way. That said, the app experience is not perfect for everyone. The connection itself can work fine, but data transfer may take some figuring out. I also would have liked a little more motivation or coaching during scenic rides, instead of just having the route feel more visual. The free version still offers useful features though, and for a home bike at this price level, I think the app adds real value. One thing to keep in mind is that this is the friction version. If you are specifically expecting a magnetic resistance system, make sure you know which model you're choosing. This bike uses a friction setup with a felt brake, so it's important to set expectations correctly. In actual use, I still found the resistance strong and easy to adjust, but it's not the same as a magnetic version. There are a couple of minor quality control type things that could be improved. For example, if the screw holes or accessory mounting points are not aligned properly, attaching something like the bottle holder could be frustrating. I didn't find that to affect the actual riding performance, but for the price, I do think the finishing details should be consistent. Another thing I wish it had is a folding design. Since it's easy enough to move around, it's not a huge problem, but being able to fold it up would make storage even better, especially in small rooms or apartments. Overall, this bike makes the most sense for someone who wants a quiet, stable indoor cardio option without needing a full gym setup. It's great for quick winter workouts, bedroom workouts, apartment workouts, or riding while watching TV. It is easy to assemble, easy to adjust, smooth during use, and quiet enough that it doesn't disturb everyone around you. It's not perfect. The seat may need a cover for longer sessions, the display interface could be better, and the app may take some trial and error, but the positives are stronger than the negatives. For the cost, it feels like a practical and comfortable way to add cycling to a home routine, especially if running outside is not an option, or you just want something convenient indoors. If you want a bike that is stable, quiet, adjustable, and easy to fit into daily life, the MERACH Friction S25 is a solid choice. Just be realistic about the seat comfort and the friction-resistant style, and I think you'll have a good idea of what to expect. If you have any questions about this product, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.